Welcome back to It's a Small Disney Podcast. I'm Eric.
I'm April.
It's been a while. It's been busy.
A while. Yep.
But we're back. We didn't completely shut everything down.
Almost.
Got a lot of stuff going on. Our kids are busy. Work is busy. We're trying to do some video now. If you're watching this, you may have saw in the beginning, maybe on Instagram, some pictures of like a pink wall at one point. Our other recording space has been taken over by our teenage daughter and her friends for their hangout. So now you may recognize this from My Bourbon Podcast. That's where we recorded bourbon. So you're like, do they just sit and drink and talk about Disney? Yes. We do. But here we are.
So we may evolve this if the video part checks out. So
before we start, we actually had some voicemails for us because we took so long to do. So this is from Embellish Pod, our friend John. He also loves Disney.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Hey, where the fuck is my Disney podcast?
He's mad. He's really mad. And then he called back because he thought we were going to get one then, and then, we waited even longer. So let's get his other voicemail up here.
I'm so sorry. It's been so busy.
No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Listen, man, I know it's been a while to get a podcast up. I'm going to egg your house. It's not a hollow threat. I'm going to be in your town next week.
He said he's going to egg our house if we don't get the podcast up.
When was that?
I don't know. I did see some eggs.
A lot. I was going to say no, but eggs are too expensive right now, so he's not going to do that. He'd be crazy to do that.
Yeah, and it's crazy that we have a old voicemail machine just sitting around for the podcast, it's like on a tape.
Well, right, and it's one of those little tapes.
The little ones. Mm-hmm. So that shows how we do things around here. But we're back. We're going to talk about a snack today. One of my favorite snacks. One of your favorite snacks.
Absolutely.
And I'm not talking about churros.
That is not my favorite snack.
I'm not a big churro person. I like the churros in Animal Kingdom.
That's the only churros I like. They're always too dry.
We're going to go to Magic Kingdom today. And we're going to get a magical snack called the Cheeseburger Spring Roll. Now, I put this in the category of what are you standing in line for? Because this snack tends to get a big line when it's not even open. And people always walk up to me and go, what are you standing in line for? I'm like, Cheeseburger Spring Rolls. Cheeseburger Spring Rolls are located in Magic Kingdom, and they are part of Adventureland, I would say. Before you're going into Adventureland, there is a cart that comes out.
The entrance, yeah.
It's called the Spring Roll Cart, and it opens and closes and sells out on and off all through the day. I know they have some breakfast items in the morning, some bagels, I believe, but we're all ready for the spring rolls. So, you want to tell us a little bit about spring rolls?
So, where do you think spring rolls came from?
China.
You're correct. Do you know what they symbolize?
Food. Good food.
So, no.
What? Spring.
Right, yes. That's sort of why they're called the spring roll.
Okay.
And they also symbolize like new beginnings, but also they were seen as like wealth because they gave off the appearance of like gold bars and stuff. So yeah, and then that's where it originated, and then it sort of took off from there, and different places sort of had their own different variations of spring rolls. So like. They were just vegetables inside, fresh vegetables.
My, how we've evolved.
Yeah, and so
cheeseburgers.
And now they've evolved
Pizza.
to cheeseburgers. So do you know when they showed up in Disney?
Well,
what would you think? Because this sort of surprised me.
I know that I had them pre-COVID, so I'm saying before 2019. I know there have been different versions, and I had one of my favorite ones. One of our trips before COVID, But I would assume early 2000s or something. I can't imagine they've not been there.
So I would have thought like early 2000s, but 2017.
2017?
Yeah, that's not even that long ago.
We were going there before they had spring rolls?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
I thought they had just been there
Unless my research is completely wrong, but that's what I'm finding.
I thought
it's
they had been there
2017. And you've already talked about where they're located, so there are a ton of different, well, I don't want to say a ton, a few different variations.
Yeah, you've got the classic, which is the cheeseburger. It's like a Big Mac inside of a spring roll, and I don't know what they put in there. I don't know what secret Disney drug that's in that, but it's one of those things where you just can't. There's no way I could ever have them anywhere else that would taste the same.
And they're so juicy.
They're so juicy.
Last time we went, they didn't have the sauce.
Yes.
They had the spring rolls, but not the sauce, and it was completely okay. You didn't even need it. They were just so juicy, but the sauce just elevates it.
If you've never been, I'm just going to paint a picture. Think of a spring roll or an egg roll looking thing, but the inside is filled with cheeseburger filling, and they give you kind of like a Big Mac sauce on the outside to dip it in. You also can choose from pizza, which is like basically what I'm saying, pepperoni, cheese, and some marinara. Now, I prefer the cheeseburger over the pizza.
I do too.
I have heard people say they prefer the pizza over the cheeseburger.
Those people are psycho.
You can get 2 of each. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to explain a funny story right now.
And we know about that.
Yeah. So when you order spring rolls, you get 2. You can either get 2 cheeseburger or 2 pizza. They are $9.50.
You can't get one of each, can you?
You can get one of each.
Can you?
That's what I'm getting to. You can also say you can also say you can get one of each. You get your sauces. They're only $9.50, and these things are filling. I feel like one time they gave us chips with them.
They do. They give you chips.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you get a bag of chips. This is like a light lunch.
Well, it's counted as a snack.
No, it's not.
It's not a snack credit?
The drinks and the snacks on there are snack credits, but not the actual spring rolls, unless they changed it. Now, the last time, because I checked that.
Okay.
So they are juicy. They are good. This could be a light lunch for you. But let me tell you about one of my
settle in, kids.
Things here. So yes, you can. The whole thing is you can get one of each. And I was in line, and I was going to get one of each for both me and April. So basically 2 cheeseburger rolls.
No, but I was meaning you can't ask them for 1 cheeseburger roll and 1.
Yes, you can.
Like it comes to an order.
2 in an order, but you can mix and match them. You can get a cheeseburger and a pizza. That's what I was trying to do. And I wasn't mathing right in my head for one, because I could have just ordered an order of cheeseburger and an order of pizza, and I would have given you 1 pizza and 1 cheeseburger, and I would have took 1 pizza and 1 cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. But when I got to the line, I said I want 2 of each, meaning 2. But we ended up with 8 spring rolls, and me being my not wanting to make anybody feel bad because they I didn't.
They
mean
didn't
that.
mess up. You messed up.
I know, but I didn't want to make them take everything off and put stuff back. I said, okay, I'll take it.
Right. Right when they were handing it to you, you could have been like, oh, no, that's not what I meant.
I
but
can't
instead,
do that.
he goes, okay.
And I paid for 8 spring rolls. So we got 2 cheeseburger, 2 pizza for both of us.
And you may be saying, well, that is nothing.
What did I say a little bit ago?
They are
filling.
Especially when you're eating other stuff, and you do that at Disney.
But I did. I panicked, and I didn't want to say anything, and I don't ever want to make a cast member working.
Did they give us chips? Did they give us 14 bags of chips?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think that would have stood out.
But it was a fun mistake. We were very full. So yeah, you can order 1 of each, but just tell them I want to mix and match, and I want 1 of each. You don't want 18 spring rolls in your order.
Or maybe you do.
But like April said, last time we went, they actually were out of dipping sauce, and we didn't even need it. But be careful, because they do sell out mid-line. They will sell out, and they will have to wait for somebody else to bring another cart to you.
Because they don't make them right there.
No, they make them and bring them, and they stay fresh. They're just constantly bringing them through and running out and refilling, and then they shut down early sometimes. So Get there right around lunchtime. Be ready to wait in line, and you've got to get a spring roll.
So I want to ask you. I want to do a game.
Cue the music.
Okay. So since you sort of spoke on it just
How
now.
many spring rolls would I buy before I said no? I didn't order that.
The spring roll cart isn't always open.
True.
Typically, it operates on a limited schedule.
Mm-hmm.
On average, what time of day do the spring rolls usually sell out? On average, by 11, by 1, by 3, or they last until park closing?
Like sell out, like for the day.
Yes.
It has to be like
the day.
1 or 3. 3
Which
o'clock.
one?
3 o'clock.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I've been there because I'm thinking like, oh, I want a late snack. Surely it's still open. And I remember specifically being there at 4 o'clock one time. Why 4 o'clock sticks out in my head, I don't know. But I remember thinking like, surely there's some now, and they were sold out. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Good job. Okay, so while Disney has experimented with unique flavors, right?
That's what I forgot to mention that one that I've had before.
Okay, so which of the following has actually been offered at the cart?
Okay.
Philly cheesecake, Philly cheesesteak,
Cheesecake?
God, that'd be great.
Okay.
Mac and cheese with bacon,
Uh-huh.
teriyaki chicken,
Uh-huh.
or lobster bisque.
See, you didn't even say the one I've had. I've actually had the buffalo chicken one, which was delicious. They had that one for a limited time. I'm pretty sure they've done Philly.
Okay.
They've done the teriyaki. And that's it.
Okay, but you only have one choice. So
Oh, I
which
thought
one?
you said which of these.
No,
have
which
it.
one has actually been offered
Philly.
at the cart? Yep,
Yeah.
you got it.
I thought
my
they had
God, you're on a roll.
I thought they had teriyaki ones. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
I've never heard of the teriyaki.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking something else.
And yeah, that's all I got.
So I wanted to ask you something,
Okay.
a little game. A what if or what would you do scenario.
Okay.
They give you the opportunity to make your own spring roll,
Ooh.
but you can only use other snacks that you like from Disney. So, like, this is an example of what I would do, like a Mickey waffle and chicken spring roll, and dip it in syrup.
I do a beignet spring roll.
A beignet spring roll?
Yes.
What is it, just filled with powdered sugar?
It's, no, so powdered sugar is sprinkled on the outside of it, and on the inside is bacon.
Bacon on the inside?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, you got to do a...
Or you could do chocolate.
Isn't that like a
chocolate
cannoli?
would be fit, I guess, but I prefer bacon because I want something salty
I
to balance
agree.
the sweet.
Now, I want you to I want to get a little bit more out there. Think of something else that you like at Disney and figure out if you could make it into a spring roll. I'm not talking about just... We both made a...
Truffle fries.
Truffle fry spring roll?
Yes.
I would just like one big, huge fry, and I just dip it in the
Just a
truffle
truffle. That is a tongue twister.
Truffle
A truffle
fry
fry
spring
spring
roll.
roll. It would be, so you would dip it in the,
You dip it in the...
I don't
the
know.
sauce.
I may want the sauce to come out the middle.
Ooh, how much sauce did they put in there though? That's
But just a little. But
overpowering.
no, but
They
it
put
would
too
just
much
be
in
it would
there.
just be a little. But it would be crispy, not soggy because you don't want a soggy fry. And it would have all the my mouth is watering. Oh my God, that'd be so good.
Worst
Yes.
spring roll idea. Puffy pizza spring roll.
No. Oh man, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Puffy pizza spring roll, and you dip it in Beverly soda.
Oh my God.
Worst combination ever.
Oh, I'll have to think on that one.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
come back to
I'll
it.
have to think on that. I can't even think of anything that I don't really like besides the puffy pizza.
True.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, that's an episode. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram. It's a Small Disney Pod. Is it podcast or pod? No, it's a Small Disney Podcast, right?
Podcast.
Podcast. And then maybe you're watching this on YouTube if I was able to figure out how to edit it and put a video on YouTube. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant as well on Instagram. You can follow April at SmithApril859. And hopefully we'll see you next time. But until then, I'm Eric.
I'm April.
It's a Small Disney Podcast. I really want to say. Oh, yeah, sir.
No, I wish. Okay. Boom. Next.